he's straight out of FAMU. And I want to dedicate this time that I have with you, this precious time, to the greatest rattler I've ever known, my father. Yeah. Willie James Robinson. See, from the day I was born, I was a rattler. I grew up attending FAMU HomeComing games, alumni meetings, fundraisers, and classics. It was all I knew. I truly did bleed orange and green. I was in love with the Marching 100. I joined the band because of them. And you guys are still amazing. And as a little girl, I was in awe of every Miss FAMU. I watched them every year that my parents brought me to homecoming, and I remember the names of each Miss FAMU from the time I was 3 years old. When I was a junior in high school applying to colleges, I must confess to this family, and I will confess it to you. After years of all of that, FAMU was the last place I wasn't even sure I wanted to attend a historically black university. I felt like I had done all of that my whole life. And as my acceptance letters started to roll in, I went to my father proud to share, hoping we would work together as a family to choose my college. My dad would respond positively with every letter that came in, and I asked my father his thoughts one day as we narrowed down my schools, and these were his words. He said, "These are all very fine colleges, and I am so proud of you for getting in them. But if I am to pay for your education, you will attend Florida A&M University." My mother, my father, my brother, my sister, and all of my aunts attended Florida A&M University. It was tradition. So who was I grew up in. He would tell me how it's important for a poor man, for poor people to see a black man go to work every day and come home to support his family. My dad helped start the ROTC here at FAMU. In honor of that, he would have inspection every Sunday for all the kids in my neighborhood. We would have to stand in line in high order, and he would go down the line to check and see if we had brushed our teeth and shined our shoes. If everything was in place, he would give us each a quarter. If something was out of place, he would send you home and say, "Tell your mama don't send you out here looking like that again." During those inspections, he would say, "What do you want to be? Be great. Do something excellent. Make a difference." I have to tell you, I have pictures of those lineups, and almost every kid in that lineup became a FAMU graduate. My father served his community. He saw crack tear it down, but he would not be moved. He would buy houses in the neighborhood and tear them down so the neighbors couldn't move in. My father's FAMU education led him to be a beacon of light in his community. And when he passed away, there were many testimonies of people who grew up in my hood, people who were now lawyers and teachers, even military four-star generals who said Mr. Robinson was the reason for their success. See, that's the spirit of what comes straight out of there. I auditioned for my first musical here at FAMU. I didn't know what it was, but I had never felt that in my life. I felt more alive than I'd ever felt on that stage. And closing night, the director of the musical and the head of the department, Dr. Davis, asked why I wasn't a theater major. I told him my parents wouldn't allow me to major in theater. He said, "Well, you have potential. You can really do this. You have potential. You can really do this." These words continue to get me through the ups and downs of this life as an artist. Even though I wasn't a theater major, he continued to cast me, to counsel me, and to let me know that my sociology degree wouldn't be a death sentence.